Welcome to the ViPR Implementation Distance Learning Alpha. In this 4-week asynchronous course, we'll learn what ViPR is, how it changes the way a storage network is built and managed. We'll explore the components and installation process. We then move to configuration, asset discovery, and provisioning. Later we'll look at higher functions such as object-on-file services. In this session, we'll focus on defining the need for ViPR in the data center and examine some of the use cases for the product. Today we see the transition from the traditional SAN to a heterogeneous storage environment where data is accessed by various devices including smartphones, tablets, laptops, and other devices. Moving forward, all the data should be available and it should provide location-independent access. All storage allocation will be made from a central pool. Traditionally, each application type had its own vertical stack of server and operating system, network, security, storage resources. However, the software-defined data center breaks this down. Destroying the silos and the complexity, it abstracts the components. So as you can see, ViPR is positioned to address the journey to the cloud. It integrates with existing cloud-enabled systems and services and allows a central administrative interface to manage the private cloud. Now let's take a look at how ViPR can perform these functions. ViPR has 4 major components. They are the ViPR controller, the ViPR object data service, the ViPR integration, and the ViPR monitoring and reporting. The ViPR controller component provides the block and file control services, a load balancer, the REST API, command line interface, and the UI. The controller is delivered as a virtual appliance OVA file. And you may have from 3 to 5 VMs comprise the controller itself. Provisioning, management, and monitoring of storage is accomplished in the control plane of the storage system. It's through this plane that the element managers configure arrays, drives, LUNs, ports, volumes, etc. Once storage is provisioned, it's connected to the host so that the host can create, read, write, and delete data. When there are multiple makes or models or vendors within the storage environment, there are also multiple element managers needed to provision and manage that storage. ViPR block and file control services preserve and leverage existing intelligence and capabilities offered by the underlying physical storage infrastructure, such as tiered performance, snapshots, clones, high availability, and replication. For this session, there are several activities for you to complete. The first is a group discussion. You'll review the assigned documents and videos, and then answer a scenario when positioning ViPR for a new customer. Take your time. Write out a thoughtful answer before the end of day Thursday. After this, you'll take the opportunity to read some of your classmates' answers. Choose at least 2 and offer some suggestions, praise, for the way that they answered this question. Don't be afraid of continuing the virtual conversation, especially if you find it interesting to you. Next, you'll complete an entry in our ViPR glossary. This ongoing project will let us define and explore the terms and components of ViPR. Take some time to read the glossary as it is being built each week, and feel free to take a copy with you after class. Finally, you'll begin a 2-session project this time, using a wiki to define a component of ViPR. Each of you has been assigned a group to work with. You'll have 2 sessions to build a wiki page to explain the details about your assigned component. Take your time, build an interesting wiki page, use graphics or images or links to explain in more detail. Then, since we're a global class, you'll be discovering ways to work as a global team. You have to find a way to communicate and create this wiki as a group, and be sure that everyone takes part in the project. Enjoy the session materials, and remember that I'm available throughout the session, either through the water cooler, email, or communicator. Thanks.